We are excited to announce Comply 3.0. We have re-architected Comply and added dozens upon dozens of new features. In this video, we'll describe the enhancements and features. Here's an overview. The Comply desktop now uses a browser-based interface. This means no more PC client installations, and you can access Comply from any local area network browser or via VPN. Access to the desktop is managed entirely through Windows Active Directory security groups administered by your technology staff. What this means to you as users is no more passwords, not to mention how pleased IT will be with all of this. I'll briefly preview the Comply Administrator console for the IT folks at the end of this video. Okay, I've gotten carried away already. I'll walk you through some of the desktop enhancements here, talk about the concept of Comply as an officer-client messaging platform, which can optionally include texting. We've added a smartphone reporting interface, enhanced the automated Comply report service, and to help you get up to speed on all of this, we've created a collection of online video tutorials. Let's start with desktop enhancements. You are looking at the new browser-based interface, which organizes functions by tabs across the top of the form. Some of these you'll recognize, some are new. Let's do a walkthrough. You are familiar with the calendar. You can now filter clients by any combination of divisional offices, officers, or test locations. When editing appointments, you can now add comments to an appointment and/or change the client test location. Check this out. The PACS numbers are hyperlinked to open client profiles in new browser tabs. Now that we're on the profile, you should recognize this screen, but we've added exciting new features through subtabs along the bottom half. You know the first three subtabs. Let's start by talking about associations. This allows you to designate two or more clients who should not be scheduled together. The calendar generation will not co-schedule them, neither will the desktop allow you to. To the left of associations, you see the officer messages and client messages subtabs, and to the right text. Allow me to discuss those in a broader context. Since its inception, Comply has always included client call-in and call tracking, but you can now leverage Comply as a full-featured messaging platform between officers and clients through the combination of officer messages, client messages, and texting. Allow me to explain. Officer messages allow officers to type in messages for clients to hear on the phone and/or see in text messages for a given time frame. No recording is necessary. Type in the message on this subtab and Comply will play it in an Alexa-style voice to callers. Client messages are voicemails clients can optionally leave for officers. Officers get desktop notifications of pending messages, and Comply transcribes the messages for viewing. You can see client messages both on the Profile subtab and on the Client Messages tab here at the top. Texting is an optional add-on component for Comply. Comply automatically texts clients to remind them of appointments, or you can configure it to text all clients every day to advise them if they have an appointment or not. Clients who do have appointments can reply to the text to confirm receipt, and officers can see those confirmations in Comply. You can manage client texting in this module interface, which includes its own reporting and also track texting history. You can even send individual text messages directly from Comply, allowing Comply to keep a history of correspondence for you. If you are interested in this texting feature, keep in mind it pulls client cell phone numbers from PACS, so it's important that you and your officers keep those numbers updated. Now that we've covered these major new features, let's cover some remaining gems. We've vastly enhanced the Client Search tab, allowing you to search by numerous criteria, and this tab will now also act as your master client list. And here, call-in bulletin messages allow you to leave district-wide messages for all client callers which might be of use for extreme weather conditions or district-wide testing announcements. Under test locations, the monthly calendar generation is now faster. You still generate calendars each month as you do now, but we've moved the actual processing to the server. This also means that once you've started a generation for one or more locations, you can leave the tab or close Comply and check back later as needed. On the Reports and Forms tab, we've added numerous new reports, and you can email any report directly from the Comply desktop. That covers the desktop. Let me touch on three other system components. Comply EX is a new add-on module that allows officers to check call tracking and scheduling in a new mobile smartphone-friendly format. They can view calls for individual clients or all of their clients and drill down to see call details. We've greatly enhanced the Comply report service. In your current version of Comply, you are likely using it to have Comply automatically send schedules and chain of custody forms to vendors and maybe call reports to officers. We have added several new reports to Comply, and we've added them to the Comply report server as well. Besides a weekly call schedule, you can now schedule reports monthly or even quarterly, such as the phase history report. Optionally, you can set the service to password protect PDF and Excel email reports and form attachments. Of particular interest, the service can now send daily reports to Comply administrators or whomever you designate of all new clients and appointments added by the sync, as well as any client phase changes, officer assignments, changes, you name it. The Comply admin program is also browser-based and accessible from administrator PCs. As we described earlier, access is controlled by Active Directory groups, and you can use your local domain groups, national Active Directory groups, or both. You add AD groups to Comply, and you control desktop access by group, application, tab, by subtab, or even buttons. You can limit client access by divisional office, individual officer, or now supervisor officer groups. By linking PACS officer records to network user login accounts, you can group access by supervising officer group. As you can see, there's a lot new here and a lot to learn. To help you transition, we've created a collection of training videos which provide instruction on a module by module, feature by feature basis. Each video is no more than 5 to 7 minutes long, so you can quickly access the feature you need to learn and not get overwhelmed. All videos are available on our YouTube channel to all users anytime. We can't wait for you to start using Comply 3 in your court. Thank you for your time today.